Apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Takeoff speed is going to be 162 knots. Rotation is going to be 152. Go ahead and set your bug.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply. Chief, turn off the ground power. Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Three's engine started in the green.
Copy. Copy. Ground power is now off. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Lead's ready for taxi.
Ready to taxi.
4 is ready to go.
Two's ready.
Cobble Eddy. Uzi 1-1. Request startup. Cobble Eddy. Uzi 1-1. Request startup. Uzi 1-1. Cobble Eddy. Cleared for startup. Wind 250 at 4 meters per second. Cobble Eddy. Uzi 1-1. Request taxi to runway. Uzi 1-1. Cobble Eddy. Clear to taxi to runway 25.
Cobble Eddy ground Nemesis Flight 5 by F-5s. Request taxi to runway 25 for Eastern departure. Nothing heard. Nemesis Flight taxiing to runway 25. Takeoff's going to be runway 25. Wind currently is at 250 at 7 knots. Go ahead and taxi to runway 25. I'll lead. Lead's rolling.
Two's rolling. Three's rolling.
4 is rolling.
Five rolling.
Flight check.
2, 3,
4,
5.
Kobuleti Tower, Nemesis flight. Holding short, runway 25. Ready for departure. Nothing heard. Nemesis flight. Good for takeoff, runway 25. On the lineup, it'll be first section in front, second section in back, echelon right on the lineup, and we'll go 3-second interval takeoff.
2, 3,
4,
5. Lead check lights.
Thank you. Flight check lights, go steady. 2, check boards, nose and flaps are good. Disregard 2, check flaps and boards.
4, flaps, boards, nose looks good.
3 say. 5, nose boards, flaps look good.
5 set. 2 set.
3-second interval takeoff, we'll take it into a left turn on once we get airborne. Run them up.
For tech, that's brakes applied 80%, and then you're the last one airborne, or air off the deck. You'll call airborne for the flight.
Brake release in 3, 2, 1, release.
Three's rolling.
4's rolling.
5 roll. Airborne.
Lead is set 90% power and currently showing 280 knots.
3.
You gotta run under here. Sorry, tech.
Three saddle.
F4's in position. Hey, Tech, do me a favor, come over on the left side here.
Still doing 290?
Negative. I'm showing 340 now. I'm still got setting at 90% though.
Alright, copy. Let's fire away, you guys are pulling away.
And we're leveled out at about 10,000 now, so I imagine our speed will stabilize here pretty soon.
Copy. I get y'all a visual.
Did you bump your throttle?
Negative. We're just leveled out now. Still set 90%. We're actually going to continue a very shallow climb though, because it looks like 10,000 is going to be a little bit too low. We're already at 11. So we'll take it up to 15.
3,
2,
4.
5.
So the training objectives for this flight, which I didn't brief, were just takeoffs, formation, flight, and then a couple attempts in landing. One for the touch and go, and then one for the full stop. And then once we roll into the ground attack portion, the training objectives are basically going to be section and division ground attacks, and then at the individual level, free fall bombs and rocket accuracy. So that's what we're looking to get out of today. Lead still set at 90%, now showing 400 knots.
Two. One, two shows center line empty.
Roger, everybody's gonna go ahead and keep their center line. We'll save the money for immersion's sake.
Anybody know the default keystroke for turning labels off?
It's Shift F10.
Yeah.
Left shift F10.
Thank you.
It's the only screenshot you're gonna get with me in position.
Oh, don't worry, I got it.
It is nice to see all these different color jets.
Yeah, good work on the skins, Storm.
No worries, man. Glad to do it.
Some of that detail work can be a pain in the ass.
Well, luckily the basic aircraft were already painted. It's just adding our, the Marines and the 401 stuff. And then Kazir helping us out with 2 of the jets, so that helped out.
So are you guys standing up in F5 squad?
I think that's the way it's looking right now. We're still talking about it. At this point, just guys that want to fly an F5 together and have fun and get good at it. So, I mean, that basically is an F5 squad as it is.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm showing 50 miles out from the airfield, so give another 15 miles and we'll start our descent.
forgot how hard this left side is.
Yeah, especially since you don't usually do it.
No.
You guys are doing really well. This is a long flight to fly parade. On the way back, we'll loosen it up. Everybody's doing pretty good, so we'll probably break into sections like we talked about earlier. Storm. So after the touch and go, we'll go section landings. So it's still individual landings. We're not trying to do landings in parade formation, but we'll land by the section. So each section will control itself, and then on the way back, it'll be sections' own navigation back to Kobuleti. And then full stop at Kobuleti, and we'll rearm, refuel, wait for everybody to get there, and then head out to go do some bombing.
Sounds good.
And we're 35 miles out, so gonna start the descent. Tbilisi approach, Nemesis, flight of 5 F-5s inbound. Nothing heard, expecting runway 13. Storm, you want to take your section, give a wide S-turn, and then follow and trace.
Yeah, we'll S-turn left.
Sounds good. Just give us some separation.
Copy that. All right, section 2 coming left.
Or
You still back there with me, Tony?
Hey, firm.
Good to go.
All right, section 2 coming back right.
or
Alright, lead's got the airfield in sight at 11 o'clock.
Two.
3. Section 2 leads going idle.
Tony, I'm bringing the throttle back.
Two copy.
And section 2 coming back left for course.
Tbilisi approach, Nemesis 1, 2-ship F-5s, inbound runway 13. I have the airfield in sight on no navigation.
Rolling out 075. Section 2 coming right. 120 will be our heading.
Four.
5.
Tbilisi approach, Nemesis 1 and Nemesis 2. First flight, 2 by F-5s. Second flight, 3 by F-5s. Looking for runway 13, overhead brake left, touch and go. Nothing heard, request approved. Two, I'm bringing the throttle back up and we're going to be going for overhead brake. I'll try to keep it at 300 knots.
2.
Section 2 going to come back in on the power, maintain about 300 knots or so, set 90 on the RPMs.
4.
5.
Two, you still with me? I'm blind for you.
2. Still with you.
Better.
At your 5 o'clock.
Good to go.
Lead 3.
Send it.
Did you call for a left or right brake? Sorry.
Left brake.
3 copies.
Probably my bad. I don't remember if I said it or not.
No, I think you did. I was just focused on everything else. All right, section 2, let's go ahead and go echelon right. It'll be a left-hand brake. Go ahead and clear it under.
4.
5.
Two, you still with me?
2. Half mile.
Roger. I'll start my brake a little bit late, and that'll let you catch up a little.
Copy that.
Section 2, leveling out 3,000 feet.
I'm over the approach end right now.
Lead in the brake.
2.
All right, section 2, coming left for lineup.
2's in the brake.
Section 2, stay above 3,000 on the approach. Section 1 will stay above or below 3,000 on landing.
3 copies. We're at 3,000 feet now.
Lead is visual on section 2.
Same 2.
We're going to bend it up a little bit there, section 2.
Say again?
Sorry about the, I had to bank it up a little bit to maintain the turn.
Yeah, no worries.
1 left base.
2's left base.
Section 2, rolling out.
Lead final.
2.
And section 2, same thing. I'll break arrival end. 2 or 4 take midfield, and 5 take departure end for good spacing.
Copy.
2's on the go. Stay below 2.
And leads back airborne.
You need us to extend and go around again?
Negative.
3's in the brake.
And 4's in the brake.
And section 1's on the way back. 2, you got eyes on me?
2.
5 in the brake.
Three's on downwind.
And
3's
4's on
left base, gear down, full stop, runway 13.
3, you should be looking for a touch and go.
Oh, copy that. Touch and go. Oh, wow.
4's turning base. Touch and go.
I swung that way wide.
Yeah, that was my problem. That's why I went on the go.
5, turning base, touch and go.
3's on the go.
And 4's on the go.
A little bit of a crosswind there.
Definitely.
Not as bad as last weekend.
No. All right, 3's setting up 270 in the climb, 90% set.
4 visual.
Man down.
Oh no.
Happens to the best of us.
Throw another quarter machine. We'll see on the deck at home plate.
I have to take responsibility for that one. I don't think we've ever done a touch and go before.
Nah. Hey, that's why we do it, to get better. At least we made it off the deck this time, as opposed to last weekend when Sage couldn't get off the deck and I only got off half the time.
Yeah, no worries. Tech, if you want to get airborne in same configuration and do an airborne rejoin, you're clear to do so.
I don't know these backup comms. You on comms, Tech?
I think so. Take off from Tbilisi or take off from here?
Home plate.
Reed, what's your airspeed?
Showing 350, but we're about 1,500 feet to level, so I'll start speeding up once we level off.
I copy that.
RPM set 90 right now. So I imagine I'll top out at 400 again.
Four is in position.
speed. All right, fourth. So Zucker, or excuse me, Tech can do a airborne rejoin. You want to set up a yardstick, air-to-air TACAN, as so he can pick you up.
Yeah, sure. Tech, let me know when you're airborne.
Okay.
I will, I'll be on 64 X-ray, air-to-air, transmit receive. Were you guys getting TACAN information from home plate?
It was, it was 25 X-ray.
Oh, well, that's weird. The F10 map had 67 X-ray.
I thought home plate is 67 X-ray.
Yeah, Raj, 67 X-ray. That's what I had tuned in. I wasn't getting any info.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got 2-5 in Tbilisi. That was working for me.
Yeah, ditto on lead. 2-5 X-ray was working. 6-7 X-ray was working on the way out as well until I lost signal.
Well, it looks like we have almost a squadron by default.
Yeah, right?
Funny how a week just changes everything.
Yep.
Who knew it was that easy just to put a couple of YouTube videos and you build it, they will come, man.
Yeah, exactly right. Two, you got eyes on one? Roger.
5 o'clock.
I got you on my RWR. And visual.
Zerk, we're going to go ahead and level off at 8,000 here.
Yeah, man.
You're at Angels 15?
Affirmative.
Copy.
Have you guys ever gotten the DF to work, transmitting on a UHF frequency for a bearing in this plane?
I honestly don't think I've ever tried it. Just because I usually use a TACAN. And cheat.
Heads down. Visual. What airbase did we take off of?
Couple 80.
Copy. Tech, when you get up, you can tune 01 X-ray air-to-air transmit receive, and you should get distance.
Hey, Rit, do you remember that hot side, cold side stuff that Hollywood taught us?
No. At least I don't remember that verbiage.
Alright, so when we land on the runways, obviously we come in on center line, but as we are rolling out, if we're going to make a left or right turn off the taxiway, cold side would be to transition to that side of that hemisphere of the runway. Transition from that side to make the turn off. That way, hot side is for the next guy in landing. He can kind of maintain that, left or right side, depending on where you're going. And that way, if he had to touch and go, he'd be clear and would not run into you running down the center line. So as we touch down, you would call it, one transitioning cold side, and then you'd kind of slowly slide over left or right, 2, 3, 4 in sequence, and that way we're not interfering with things.
Gotcha, that makes sense. So you basically transition to the side that you're going to be turning off the runway onto in order to clear up in case there has to be a go-around.
Affirm. That becomes the cold side. Yep, perfect.
Cool. SOP, table slapped.
Love it.
Oh, that's good that I did that on that touch and go then.
So you're already ahead of us and didn't even know it.
It was completely unintentional.
No, man, you're supposed to take credit for that.
Okay. Tech, are you up? I don't think he got airborne.
Looking good, Tony.
Cheated and went F2 view here, and he's taxiing, so.
Yeah, copy.
He may be out of range because SRS uses the mountains and stuff like that, terrain and stuff, so he's not hearing us.
Raj. Yeah, we could relay it to the first section.
Hey, Tech, radio check.
Or he may not even be tuned in, then we'll keep that.
Who knows? I'm still 50 miles out. Or 40 miles out.
I think he's asking for the radio channel again.
Everybody know what the T is?
It just doubles as a 1.
That's just a mess up of some tech.
No, I think it has a separate function in the real F-5, but I don't know what it is. Alright, Tony, I got the airfield in sight, 1 o'clock. We're going to begin our descent.
Copy that.
So we're coming left of course correction.
Yeah, copy, I'm back on you.
3-1.
Go.
Since I don't know where you guys are precisely, go ahead and make your own inbound calls and everything to Copoletti.
We'll come.
Copoletti approach, Nemesis 1, 2 by F5s, inbound, expecting runway 25. 2, I'm going to start bringing back the throttle.
2.
Might get that attack in hopefully. Oh, there it goes. Just a minute.
Yeah, 62 miles.
Yep, great. Check, you up 125?
Affirm.
Okay, we're on a bearing of 65 from home plate if you want to do it for me.
Coblade approach, Nemesis 1, airfield in sight, currently 10 miles east of the airfield, coming in, looking for an overhead brake left. Nothing heard, request approved. Still with me too?
2.
What's the altitude of section 2?
8K.
Copy. 5.
2, once we're on the deck, we're going to exit left and park with the rest of the aircraft.
Copy, exit left.
1 in the brake.
2's in the brake.
Yeah, we have enough for actually 3 sections.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome.
And enough skins too, because we got that 6th one, so. Someone's gonna have to fly the banana.
Is that what we're going to call it, the banana?
It's bright yellow.
Lead left base.
2.
Lead final.
2.
We'll just make that a late base call.
Yeah, I know. I want to take that right-hand side of the runway.
You're good.
TAC, check your 11 o'clock, section 2. Should be co-out with you. Coming to your 10.
Visual.
Kobaletti traffic, Nemesis 2-1, flight of 3 F-5s inbound, 32 miles on the tack end, request left initial overhead brake runway 25. Nice rejoin, Tech.
Thank you.
All right, just in time. Lead's going to go idle, and we're going to start our descent. We're going to go and level off at 2,000 feet, and just kind of do some side adjustments and do runway 25 for left brake.
Section 1 safe on deck, clear of active. Once I get parked, I'll play ATC for your inbound.
Such a giver.
I know.
This thing really does not like to slow down.
Not at all. Runways are in sight.
Sorry, Tech, I'm kind of all over the place.
No worries, so am I.
Foot to level. Section 2, as we level off at 2,000, I'll go ahead and put power back in 90%, and we'll let that level out, and you guys can just join in before we get there. We're about 18 miles out. .200 level, power slowly working back in. Power set.
Two minutes to fix my tires.
Kobaletti Tower, Nemesis 2-1.
Nemesis 2-1, Kobaletti Tower, send it.
Yes, sir. We're a flight of 3 F-5s inbound your location. Request landing, runway 25, initial overhead brake left.
Nemesis 1, radar contact, show you 12 miles out, continue on navigation. Call airfield in sight when you have it in sight.
Nemesis has airfield in sight.
Roger, Nemesis, cleared for visual approach, runway 25.
Cleared visual approach, runway 25, Nemesis. All right, 10 miles out, gentlemen.
Winds 250 at 7 knots.
Nemesis, thanks.
Nemesis 2, Kobuleti Tower, cleared to land, runway 25, winds 250 at 7 knots.
Nemesis 2-1, clear to land. Runway 25. Three's on downwind.
Force on downwind.
Three's left base. Full stop. Runway 25. Tower dash 3 or 2-1 is left base. Full stop. Runway 25.
2-1 still have a visual, clear for landing 25.
Three's on the deck, transitioning left cold side.
Base.
he's not going to have a pair brake for next time.
There's some brake pads left on that. Not much, but they're still there.
He's going to have to Fred Flintstone the next landing.
I already had new brake pads. And a tire. That's what happens when you land first. You have more time to prepare your airplane.
There you go.
Copating ground. Nemesis 2-1, flight of 3 F-5s taxiing via Bravo to east side to join up with the rest of our flight.
Nemesis 2, continue on Bravo to apron south for parking.
Nemesis woke up.
Now, that was cool watching some of that in FT view and getting to see different perspectives.
Sweet.
And I'll make a cool little clip because I basically had the camera over 5's right shoulder looking in. So I saw the first one peel off, second one peel off, and then he peeled off. It looked pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Alright, bringing in for parking, go ahead and shut down and top off gas and grab a pair of Mark 82s and a pair of rocket pods and 7-shot rockets. So I think those are Lao 68s.
We're keeping the center lines.
Go ahead and dump the center lines. So pair of Lao 68s, pair of Mark 82s, no center line, and wingtip Mark 9s, or M9s.
Copy. So I'm going to go ahead and come right.
Yeah, that...
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Caballetti. Uzi 1-4. Request takeoff.
Refueling complete.
Leads back on comms.
Two.
3. Shutting down.
Four shut down.
3 shut down.
Chief, turn on the ground power. Chief, connect ground air supply. Chief,
Copy.
complete the wheel chocks.
Ground air supply is now connected. Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
So, Mark 82's on stations 3 and 5? Or are we getting...
Yeah, 3 and 5 go with the Mark 82 slicks, and then 2 and 6, the 7-shot heat Lao 68s.
Got it, thank you.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
Sorry, which Law 68s?
Heat, 7-shot heats.
Copy, thank you.
Alright, 43 Army got to step away for a nature call. They're back.
Rookies.
Tony, you just have a bucket underneath the chair?
No, I just have a bit ladder.
There's a reason I always buy a big-mouthed Gatorade before I go on a convoy.
And it's not to drink it.
Nope.
This freaking looks awesome, man.
Yeah. It's too bad Sage didn't make it. Would have been cool to have all 6.
And I can't park.
I'm surprised I parked it all.
Tap the brakes too quick, or not too late. $80 again, or negative $80 on the manual site.
Yeah, we'll go for a 20-degree dive again. Yeah, we'll go for a 20-degree dive again, so 80 mils.
Cool.
Alright, 4's back.
Copy 4. We're going to try the manual reticle depression, negative 80 for the dive.
80, okay. Have you guys tested that number out? Because it seems a little low.
What do you usually use? Because that's what we've been using for a 20-degree dive, and it gets them close, but never spot on.
Like a 20-degree dive at what airspeed?
A 20-degree dive, 1,500 feet release, and 350 knots.
Okay, I'm always doing steeper and faster, so maybe 80's good. Okay. About, I don't know, Tech, are you on comms?
Yep.
How long ago was it when we spent like 6 weeks learning how to manual bomb in this thing?
Long time ago. But we did, it was a 30-degree dive doing 450, was 102 mils.
What was your release altitude?
From 3,000 feet.
I think we're doing 4,500 feet above the ground.
So 450 knots, release altitude 4,500, and mils was 102.
Hey, firm.
Let's try it. Because we've not been finding a lot of success with our dive profile.
Yeah, man, I was reading the Naval Aviator's Guide to Aerodynamics to get like how to calculate true airspeed, and calculate the bomb triangle and the roll-in triangle, and it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, dumb bombing with fixed sights is... it's math.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 300 AGL for release.
300?
2 miles out from the
That's really
target.
low.
On rolling.
300 AGL?
Yeah, say that again, sir?
3,000, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
We're all going to turn into lawn darts. Alright, so we'll try 3,000 feet, 102 degrees depression, 450 knots, 30-degree dive. See if we can come up with something effective.
What was your base starting altitude?
I think it was 8,000 minimum. So like based on the turn radius and the true airspeed of the aircraft, you needed 8,000 for the roll-in triangle, and you needed
325 for rolling speed.
I'll send you guys the spreadsheet. It was kind of a hodgepodge, but it worked. We got it to work. It just took so much effort, we got burnt out on it.
Gotcha. Alright, we'll try this dive profile and see what we can do.
Cool.
And you had with us with Leroy when we were practicing on that, were you? And over in NTTR.
You guys just stepped
On
on it.
whatever math calculations you do for the altimeter lag.
Alright, say that whole thing again, Tech.
If you're gonna drop it, it'd be 3,400 AGL with including the altimeter lag.
That's right. So indicated altitude drop release point is 3,400 feet. Well, it's 400 feet higher than whatever your MSL altitude for 3,000 feet AGL. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was saying is we when Leroy was flying with us, we were doing a bunch of this stuff over in NTTR, and we were practicing drops from pretty high up and then rolling in, and we're dropping like 8,500 feet and using different mil settings just to stay out of the AAA.
Oh, yeah. 3,000 feet AGL is going for accuracy. I think we got it. We were within 50 feet consistently with that profile.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. If only TCS had good splash damage.
Yeah, right. Alright, so this flight will head off out of runway 25 again. The bombing range is pretty much southeast of us, or southwest. It's the abandoned airfield over to the southwest. So it's real close. We'll come out, head over the water, and climb up to altitude, and we'll do basically a big overhead circle over the target. We'll visually point out some targets, and then we'll start rolling in, basically in trail. And then depending on how that goes, we'll break into sections for rockets. First section will have a frequency of 126, second section a frequency of 127, and the division frequency will be 125. So everybody can operate on the division freak until we switch into sections. Easiest way I do it is I just program the preset channels in the in-cockpit radio.
Those radios again?
125, 26, and 27. 25 is division, 26 is first section, 27 is second section.
Okay.
So, sorry, what do I do with that information?
So on the very first bombing run we go out, we'll all be on 125, same thing that we just did. Once we start trying to go in for strafing runs on rockets in order to try to keep comms not getting crazy, especially when AAA starts coming up, we'll break into sections. So sections will be doing different attacks on different targets and coordinating on separate frequencies so we don't talk on each other. So that first section, myself, 1, and Tony, 2, will be on 126, and then second section, which is Storm, Zucker and UTEC will be on 127. So whenever we break into sections and start cooperating on our own frequencies, that'll be your assigned frequency is 127.
So tech, what I would do is I would put in 125 on the radio, and the frequency card that's to the top left of the radio, click on it to hinge it open, and then select like channel 1 in the preset selector, and then click the red preset button, and then select channel 2 and put in 126, and then do the preset, or the red preset button to set channel 2 to that freak, and then 127. Channel 3, hit the preset button to program all those, and they should all show up on the card.
Oh, there we go. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that little thing even flipped up.
I think you're the only person that got that excited, about, you know, opposite of me.
Flight check-in whenever you're ready. 1's ready.
2's ready.
5 AFK, just 1 minute.
Three's ready.
And 4 standing by. Just to confirm, we're going to do the 30-degree dive, 450 knots, 3,000 feet HEL, and that's 102 mils, right?
Correct. Storm, I just realized you did the Desert Warpath for the helmets too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I try to go all out.
So, question while we wait for tech to get back. Is there a reason why you guys don't fly on NTTR?
Actually, just talked about that tonight, or via the Discord and stuff like that, about moving training over to NTTR. So we'll probably look to do that. This was the first time we've really had five people, so just kind of TBD, really.
Copy. Cool. I actually downloaded the 476 NTTR mission, and they have all the fixes in as initial points, and they actually set up, I think, a lot of the real nailless ranges. So it's kind of neat to go out and have gun pits and circles around a target. You know, score your drops at range towers and sea trains, and that's kind of neat.
Sage was talking about the 476 and the Ranger 79 pack stuff, and so yeah, we're definitely considering that. And you know, like I said, we'd really just get a group of people consistently flying, and then we can look to see what we want to do and keep going from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
5's ready.
I downloaded much of their info to try to plagiarize it.
Yeah.
Check this mission card. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, why reinvent the wheel when you don't have to, right?
Storm and I flew NTTR a little bit before they started doing PBR on it, and then we basically stopped when the lighting was bugged, and we just never went back. And I think there's not really any good reason we haven't gone back. Just we got turned off by the lighting bug and ended up sticking with this, and now finally we have people. So I think we might end up going back to NTTR because it does look a lot better, and it's pretty cool to do some of the ranges and training like you were talking about.
Awesome, sweet.
And real quick, flight check.
2.
3.
4.
5.
Cold-blooded ground, Nemesis Flight 5, requesting VFR departure to the west and startup. Nothing heard, startup approved. Alright, go ahead and start up.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
What was the key command to get the little frequencies inside the VR HUD?
Now applied.
Left control, left shift, escape. You might have to hit it twice.
Perfect, thanks.
That works for me, too.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Copy.
Air is now applied. Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Copy. Ground power is now off.
Ground air supply is now disconnected. Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Lead's ready for taxi.
Stand by. Stand by for 2.
Heard.
4 is ready to taxi.
Three's ready to taxi.
5 ready for taxi.
Check, don't forget your chocks.
Totally would have forgot the chocks, thank you.
Takeoff speed at this load is 178 knots, rotation 168.
Can't get my throttles in the opposition.
Disregard last, it's going to be 161 knots takeoff speed. Are you having that issue again, Tony, where you can't move your throttles?
I can't roll them into the off position.
Chief, connect ground air supply. Chief,
Copy.
apply ground air supply. Ground air supply is now connected.
Copy.
Air is now applied. Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Copy.
Ground air supply is now disconnected.
We lose radio.
Nope, just waiting on 2 to troubleshoot.
Copy. I don't like a quiet radio.
Oh, can't get it over the hump.
So what's wrong with them, Tony? You're locked at... you're locked off?
Did you do you have DCS selected? Like it's like maybe you were monkeying around with the SRS, so you're not able to change anything.
Yeah, it's working. It's just I can't get that one command.
You're a little bit broken up, say again.
I just can't get that one command to work to get it in the off.
What are you trying to get in off? You're trying to set the throttles all the way off?
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have to. You should just be able to do it at idle.
I'll try it, hold on. Alright, there she goes.
Awesome.
I'm just trying to get number 2 to start. It's a little finicky.
This is a situation where this game needs emojis or like emotes.
Thumbs up and zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see this like this little the little circle with the arrow over Tony's head with a bunch of exclamation points and blinked out swear words.
Tony's paying for gas for everybody's jets.
I've been revving it up, so that's cool.
He's running up the engine like he's trying to do a cross start.
Yep.
Still having issues with that number 2?
Oh yeah. Not getting any fuel.
Just have him hop out and jump into a fresh jet.
Yeah, it's probably the best solution right now.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Storm, why don't you take your section up and start working stuff? That way we can figure out if we're going to need to adjust the dive profile or not for Tony and me.
Okay, sounds good, and we'll go ahead and push to button 2, and we'll maintain 251 ATC.
Sounds good.
Alright, section 2, roll button 2.
I'm in a new jet. Armor right now.
Sounds good, Tony. Section 2 is going to go up and start working things out. We'll figure out if their bomb profile works, and if not, we'll be able to adjust ours.
Copy.
Kobletti ground. Nemesis 3, flight of 3 F-5s, request taxi via Bravo. For departure, runway 25. Nothing heard. Clear taxi Bravo to 25.
Starting engines. Radio check 127.
Tony, roll over to 126.
126. Radio check 126.
5x5, 126.
Sorry, Tech. I lost it there. I'm really sorry.
Radio check 125.
Zucker's cockpit has been taken over by a child, a small child.
Got you 125. Go ahead and go 127.
Red Storm is 127.
Say again, Storm.
Were you guys going to use 126 and we're supposed to be on 127?
That's affirmative, but you're already set up, so go ahead and remain 126.
That's right. We can push button 3. So, all right, section 2, roll button 3.
4.
Two, radio check on 126. Two, radio check 126.
Call to ground. Nemesis 3, flight of 3 F-5s. Request departure, runway 25. And nothing heard. Cleared for takeoff, runway 25, Nemesis 3.
Two, radio check 126. Two, this is 1 on 125. How copy?
Line 125, 2.
Roger, 2, can you roll on 126? Sorry about the communication issues.
Nemesis 2 on 126.
Gotcha, 5x5, 126. You ready to taxi?
Ready to taxi.
Roger. Go bloody ground, Nemesis 1-1, Nemesis 1-2, ready to taxi to runway 25, Nemesis 1-1 located apron south, Nemesis 1-2 located November 3-4. Nothing heard, Nemesis 1-1, 1-2, clear taxi runway 25. Lead rolling.
Coviletti traffic. Nemesis 3, flight of 3 F-5s, feet wet over western coast. Thanks for the work. We'll see you in a bit.
This should be much better in the radio.
Oh yeah, what was that?
It got busy the last time when Sage went down. He was giving directions.
Oh yeah, it was loud as shit. It's because he has VR, so the default when you're in the spectator slot is 251. Coviletti Tower, Nemesis 1, flight of 2 F5s, holding short runway 25, ready for departure. Coviletti Tower, nothing heard, Nemesis flight 1, clear for takeoff runway 25.
2 copies. Did you say 161 on the bug?
Yeah, it's for 161. 2 your boards, flaps, and nose are good, and the lights are good.
Those board flaps are good for lead.
Rudder, we're going to do section takeoff, run them up. Brake release in 3, 2, 1, release. Coviletti Tower, Nemesis 1, clear of your active. Thank you. Alright, I am set at 90% and I'm showing about 360 knots in climbing.
Copy. I think I meant 260.
Here, I'll step it up a little bit since you just shot a little bit ahead.
I'm at 290 right now.
Rudder. You should see me coming up on your left here in just a sec. And I got the other Nemesis flight at our 2 o'clock. See me on your left?
Copy. Got him.
Alright, I'm showing 380 knots and I'm at 90%.
Copy that.
Don't worry about trying to get into a parade, just keep it loose.
Copy.
We'll take it up to 10,000 feet.
2.
3, this is 1. Currently showing 300 knots.
2.
Alright, Tony, we're going to go after that same large command post structure that we did last time, the one that's in the kind of crotch of the cross runways, remember?
Yep.
Alright, that's going to be our target. I'm going to bring the power up to about 93.
2.
And fence in.
Two's check.
Leads fenced. Blind for you. You still with me?
And your 6 at just about a mile.
Sounds good.
Down.
Three, this is 1 on 125. Radio check. Alright, I'm going to level off here about 10,000 and bring speed back to 90.
Copy. You know how to bring your mouse back?
What's that?
You know how to bring your mouse back inside the game?
No. Lead as tally target.
2.
Lead's rolling in.
Another helmet.
Lead's in hot.
2.
Leads pickle.
Two's pickle. Two's off.
Leads bombs were short, and 2s were long.
Go figure.
Right. Lead is currently heading 180, passing 7,000 in the climb.
Alright, two's passing 5 in the climb. Got you in sight.
Alright, set up for rockets.
Roger.
Starting to come right. Looks like their accuracy was about as good as ours.
Makes me feel good.
Makes me feel good that I'm not the only one that's missed a lot.
Still can't get this mouse to work.
Did you try alt-tabbing out in the back end?
Nope, still don't work.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I mean, it worked when I armed the bombs. The crosshair went away.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is if it's off screen. Alright, I'm sitting at 11,000 feet, and I'll try to keep it level here in a right-hand turn over the ocean.
Copy that.
You still got me in sight?
Yep, got you inside off my 3 o'clock.
Okay, I'll keep this tight turn so you can rejoin. You're not able to get your rockets working?
Not yet. Checking the key commands. Fix it. Yes.
What was wrong with it?
Somehow it came disabled, but left Alt-C, turn it back on.
Huh. Still got me in sight?
Searching.
Should be at your 3 o'clock somewhere. Dropped one flare.
No joy. Still feet wet?
Yep.
Oh, that might be about 10 miles away from me. Alright, closing.
Yeah, we're pretty far away. Turn heading like 149. And what's your altitude?
At 14 descending. Yeah, I got you in sight.
Gotcha, I got you on radar. And I got visual.
Hold your heading and then spin around.
No, don't worry about it. I'll get up on you since I'm already in the turn. Alright, I'm at your 7 o'clock low coming up.
Copy that. I don't have any tally in the other section. Not wing it, and maybe pick them when I'm up.
I think they just went off to the, they just did a run.
Yeah, looks like they're ready to go east-west.
Alright, we'll work north-south.
Alright, copy.
What's your throttle set?
90.
Bring it back to 80.
Copy. Set.
Well, I see something smoking down there, so somebody get something.
Yep.
Alright, bring your throttle back to 90.
Ready. Lost my altitude.
And I actually just lost visual on you. You see me? Ah, there you are.
Yeah, I see you.
Alright, let's start working this east-west.
Copy.
Alright, there's a camp with some guard towers and some tents with a bunch of infantry in it. Well, that's going to be our target. It's on the coast side of the airfield, kind of on the northern end. We'll do a dry flyby to see if we can see it.
Coast side, northern end.
Actually, I think I see it from here. So if you look at the northernmost end of the runway and kind of follow it straight to the coast, you should be able to see it.
I think I see it.
We'll get a little bit closer. We're going to fly right over it and then head out over the ocean.
Two.
Alright, I can see it pretty clearly. It's 4 guard towers on corners in a square, and then 6 tents in the center. You see it?
Hey, firm.
Alright, that's the target. We're going to work from west to east every single run, and then we'll break off south and just make a big loop. That way we're not overflying all the AAA as much. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, you still got eyes on me? Actually, I think I see you low and over the ocean in front of me. You coming up in a right-hand climb?
Hey, firm.
Okay, now come back left and just S-turn. Alright, come back left again. And back right. And make your heading 270.
270.
Passing you on the right.
Gotcha.
Alright, my throttle's set 90 and I'm coming back left.
Copy that.
Looks like the other section's all over the place.
Nice.
It's not just us. Okay, I tallied the targets straight off my nose now.
2 copies.
In hot.
2.
Off to the north.
2. I got a little too fast. Put me off target.
Were you able to follow me and see me where I pulled off to? Were you able to get any rockets off?
I got a couple off when I was well off to the right.
Gotcha.
Avoid you.
We'll swing around, do it again.
Copy that.
Alright, I'm turning in.
Two copies.
Still got visual on me?
Visual.
Roger. Alright, this time we'll break right to the south.
Copy, break right.
In.
Two's in.
And in hot.
Two.
Looks like you got a good line of gun hits.
Triple A.
Yeah, I had some come up at me too. You got eyes on me?
Five.
Roger. Alright, I'm turning back in. Leads in.
Two's in.
And in hot.
Two. Out of rockets.
Yep, I'm out as well. I had to go guns. I took a couple hits from small arms, but so far nothing looks damaged, no lights.
Copy.
Still got visual on me?
And a little smoke trail.
Say, I've got a smoke trail?
Yep, you got a little smoke trail. Let's see if I can see what it is.
I might have us a fuel leak.
What's your fuel right now?
On my left, yeah, I got a left tank fuel leak. Let's take her home. We're so close to base that I got plenty of time. I'm gonna start pumping gas into my right tank and see if I can transfer as much as I can.
Copy.
Still got viz on me?
Sure do. Half mile trail.
Coletti approach, Nemesis 1-1, currently 10 miles west of the airfield site inbound. Bring the throttle back.
Copy.
Looking for an overhead brake, left brake on runway 25, so we'll loop this around to the right and then overhead left.
2 copies.
Coletti Tower, Nemesis 1-1, declaring in-flight emergency fuel leak. Currently have 0+10 time in air. Alright, I'm picking the throttle back up and I'm going to try to keep it on 300 knots. And I'm starting a pretty tight right turn.
Copy that.
You can probably keep your power up a little bit and cut this turn.
2.
Coletti Tower, Nemesis 1-2 F-5s, 3 miles east of the airfield site, overhead left brake, runway 25. How you doing? Still with me?
Affirm.
Roger. Let me know when you cross the approach end.
I will do. About a quarter mile behind you.
Coletti traffic. Nemesis 3, flight of 3 F5s inbound. From the west, we're going to be teardrop for the initial overhead runway 25. Do have emergency traffic on radio, no joy visually, but we will maintain our distance till he's safely on the deck.
Approach on.
Lead in the brake.
Two's in the break. Two's down 1.
Leads downwind. think I took my turn a little bit wider than you did.
Just following you.
Oh, okay, you're good then. As long as you still got visual on me.
Yep, still got visual about 3/4 of a mile.
Leads left base.
Two's left base.
Leads on final.
Two's on final.
Cobaleti Tower, Nemesis 3, flight of 3 F-5s, inbound from the east, 15 miles, 2,000 feet initial overhead, left brake, runway 25.
Cobaleti Tower, Nemesis 1-1, emergency traffic, safe on deck. Taxiing to southern ramp.
Cobaleti Tower, Nemesis 1-2's on attack, taxiing.
You can probably just exit right, or exit left right here, Tony. Don't have to go all the way if you're slow enough.
Nemesis 1-2, clear the runway.
Cobaleti Tower, Nemesis 1, flight of 2, clear of active.
Cobaleti Tower, Nemesis 3, have field in sight, 5 miles, left initial, runway 25.
I had my drag shoot just about the time I flared.
Huh.
3's in the brake. Three's downwind. Nemesis 3 left base, gear down, full stop, runway 25, Kobaletti.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
Three's on the deck. Transitioning left gold side. Kobaletti Tower, Nemesis 3, clear the active. The taxiway Delta. Division 3 flight check.
5.
4.
Lead 3, we're pulling into south parking.
Got visual on you? Hey, Tony, if you're not already, roll back to 125.
I'm here.
4, coming right.
4.
y'all practice that coordinated turn?
Oh, it's one of those nice unintentional things.